Psychonaut Sessions, ladies and gentlemen. Your home for all things psycho. This is your host, Daniel Moeller. Really appreciate you stopping by. This is a special episode because this is kind of a celebration of all of the work that I have been doing for probably about the past 6 months or so. I've had a lot going on. So this is a sort of news and updates video where I can let you know everything that's coming out in 2022, all the hard work I've been putting in and the hermit that I've been being for the past 6 months, cordoned around my drawing table and my writing desk, all coming out in the next 6 months. So I'm really excited to kind of share what's coming up, all the exciting things that's happening. There's a lot of changes, a lot of new stuff. Really happy to share it with all of you. So first and foremost, I've just been kind of just putting out comics on my own, but really what I want to announce in this video is that I am going to have an official moniker, an official brand for my comics, and you could all probably guessed it. I'm just going to call it Psychonaut Comics. So many comics that I've already put out, Psychonaut Presents, are going to be running under this brand now. The older issues that I put out will still remain the same. No official imprint for that, but any comics I put out now that are officially just under my own individual brand and not a part of any other collaboration or anything I'm doing like that are going to be Psychonaut Comics. So you'll always know it's me, Daniel Moeller. So that's an exciting thing that I really want to be able to announce. You can find that on my website. There'll be a Psychonaut Comics section on my website where you can find all the great comics that I'm making at the time. And so I got 2 new official comics that are going to be coming out under that brand. Really, the first one I want to announce that I'm really excited about is I'm collecting all of the 4 issues of Psychonaut Presents that I've made over the past couple of years under a single trade paperback volume, a single graphic novel that is just going to be titled Psychonaut Presents, because I have the stories Mothervine, Dark Medicine, and numerous other stories that have been a part of Psychonaut Presents as an anthology. So they're all just going to be collected under the single moniker Psychonaut Presents under the Psychonaut Comics brand. So really excited about this. Not only does it collect all 4 issues and all the content of those 4 issues together in one volume, but I have added content, some new comics, process notes, things like that to kind of show how I went through the process, some extra dream time sort of stuff, dream comics, and also I am very humbled by the fact that how lucky I am, because I have got pinups from some of the best independent creators in the entire comic book industry, people that I look up to, people I consider amazing individuals. I've got pinups that are going to be included in this from Tony McMillan, the creator of Lumen, Serious Creatures, Attaboy, Stephanie Young, the writer and creator of Star Beasts from Omnipress. We've got Eli Schwab, the guru of Cosmic Lion Productions, who's put out so many comics, so many works, including Wizard, the Comics Magazine, his own comic, Monkey Lion. We've got Rick Lopez, otherwise known as Doom Days. He puts out one of the most outrageously psychedelic comics, The Power. We've also got Tony Farrow, the creator of Ulf Maverick, the creator of Randy Tucker Bomb Dude. Tony Farrow has Rubber Wolf Productions, or Rubber Wolf Comics. That's his imprint. An amazing creator. We've also got Jeremy Cabanatan. This guy is the master of many comic scenes. He does Black Belter and a host of other martial arts related comics, and even some comics for kids. He's an amazing artist. And Ben Granoff, what can you not say about Ben Granoff? He's done so many different comics projects over the years. I can't even begin to list them all. He's very well known in the independent circuit. He's also a great teacher. He's a master. And also there's going to be a special piece by my son in the book as well. So I'm really proud of that, as well as a host of other pinups. So you do not want to miss this. I am going to be debuting Psychonaut Presents, and it's going to be available at Planet Comic Con in April. So I'll be bringing it with me. I'm really excited to be sharing it with everyone. If you want a copy of Psychonaut Presents Volume 1, come see me at Planet Comic Con in April. Also, the next comic I want to announce under the Psychonaut Comics brand is going to be my new comic series, the Simon Myth Chronicles. And this is going to come out in a few different segments. It's a very long storyline I have planned out, and the first segment is going to be called Broken Chalice. So the next comic that is on its way out right now, I just sent it off to the press, is the Simon Myth Chronicles Broken Chalice #1. If you've been picking up Psychonaut Presents, you'll see that there was sort of a prelude story that took place regarding Simon Myth and his friend Maxwell Echo III. So Simon Myth is a modern-day Gnostic wizard that works for a government agency whose sole job is to be able to regulate magic and sorcery, which have become legal commodities, really, in this world that I've created. And so you get a sense from some of the prelude material in Psychonaut Presents that something horrible has happened in an experiment, and things have broken throughout the world. And Simon Myth's job is to go around and fix a lot of the kind of supernatural anomalies that are happening as a result of that break. So we dive right into the series, kind of seeing what it's like in sort of the day-to-day of Simon Myth. And then from there, a larger storyline ensues. It's going to be a huge epic. I'm really excited. I've been working on this story for a very long time. I'm very happy with the results of the work that I've put out in this book. And I am really excited to announce that one of my top favorite artists that I've discovered in this past year, and if I could ever hire anybody to just draw Simon Myth other than it would be this person, Matt Lesniewski, who is the Emmy Award creator of The Freak. He's done the Dark Horse Comics Static, as well as Crimson Flower. Amazing, one of the most unique, eccentric artists that has come out into the field. In my opinion, he's just astounding. He is doing a pinup. He did a pinup, commissioned him to do a pinup for Simon Myth, and that will be featured in the first issue as well. I could not be happier with this piece. I literally received this piece from him on New Year's Eve, and it made my year. It was just the perfect ending to the year. I could not have been happier with the result of this work. I completely imagined Matt Lesniewski drawing my Simon Myth character the first time I ever saw his artwork. So it was a dream come true. Thank you, Matt. And thank you for all the other artists that have contributed to the books for Psychonaut Comics for the Psychonaut Presents volume. I'm really excited to be putting these works out. Take a look at my website. You can subscribe onto my blog to be apprised of any updates, as well as to this YouTube channel, because I will be letting you know as soon as these things come out. But wait, I'm not done. There's still a ton more. There's more comics coming out. So as kind of part of the Psychonaut Comics brand, but really extended from that, is another brand which is called NVCC, which stands for New Vision Comics Collective. If you've been watching my channel, or if you've been watching my buddy Aaron Conaway's channel, you'll know that NVCC is sort of like a combined brand between the two of us. It's a shared universe of comics that really just harkens back and comes from when we were children and we were trying to make comics together. We are putting out comics now. So we do have some NVCC comics that are coming out and will be debuting at Planet Comic Con as well. One of them is going to be a reissue of an old comic that I made a long time ago called Oracle. It's kind of a cosmic space opera sort of story. I'm going to be reissuing that out of my shop with a new cover and regular comic format, because I put it out in a mini comic format before. Really exciting to be putting this series back out again and seeing what everybody thinks of it. But also a shared project between Aaron and I'm working on it right now as we speak, called Vision Tales. I don't want to say too much about it, but we're really excited, and it's really the beginning. It all starts here. It's Vision Tales issue number 0, so we're even going the 0 numbering format, so with this sucker. So we're really excited to be putting this out. We're putting a lot of hard work into it, so you can come see Aaron and I at Planet Comic Con. We're going to be sharing a table together. We're going to be pushing out this NVCC work, Vision Tales. I'll have my trade paperback of Psychonaut Presents, as well as numerous issues of Simon Myth. Come see me, come get these books. I'm really excited. Also, I have a ton of other things coming out this spring. I've been doing a lot of interviews. I love doing interviews. I love talking with people and getting to know them, as well as getting to know what drives them creatively. So there's 2 interviews that specifically that I have coming out in works in the future. An Arcane number 3 from Cosmic Line Productions. I did an interview with Steele Philippic, who's the writer of Arcane. Awesome individual. Love this guy. We got along really well. I was really hoping to kind of like dive into just some more, sort of esoteric material in the interview, other than just kind of like the normal cadence. I like to kind of go outside of the box a little bit. So I'm really excited that in a series I love, if you haven't picked up Arcane, you need to, because this is the kind of comic book series that I don't mind picking up on a monthly basis. I'm not usually a monthly collector, but man, I love this book. It's amazing, and it's actually for all ages. Incredible book. It's got the supernatural in it. It's got magic. It's got zombies. What more do you need, ladies and gentlemen? So I've got an interview with Steele Philippic coming out in the next issue of Arcane number 3. And in the next issue, another book from Cosmic Line Productions coming out in the Wizard Comics Magazine, issue number 2. I've got an interview with comics legend Rick Veitch. This interview changed my life. I'm so excited about it. It's all about his Dreamtime comic, Rare Bit Fiends. And then, really, we just kind of go out into other territory. I mean, the interview with him was mind-blowing, and we just started talking about alchemy, dreams, magic, and that's really what the bulk of the interview is about. It really goes into some deep, psychic territory. I'm really excited of putting this interview out there. I can't wait for this issue to come out, and I might even, after the issue comes out, I do have a recorded interview that I did with Rick Veitch. I might put it out much later, but I definitely want the written interview to come out first. Totally amazing experience, so I'm really excited for everybody to see that. And I'm not done. There's more. There's more. Another thing I've been working on is my next book for Llewellyn Worldwide Publishing. So we're knee deep in the production phase of things right now. In June, and specifically June 8th of this year, my next book, The Shamanic Soul, will be coming out. You can actually pre-order it right now. I'll put the link in the description. You can see the cover on the screen. I actually was very fortunate enough to be able to provide the artwork for the cover. So that is a drawing of mine. That's actually of a tattoo that I have on my body that I'm really excited about sharing. Really loved doing that and working with the art department at Llewellyn for this particular work. But what I consider this book is to be sort of really a prequel to my previous book, Shamanic Kabbalah. It's more beginner friendly. It's not as advanced as Shamanic Kabbalah. And really what it does is detail a lot of my own personal experiences and a lot of the shamanic training that I've had over the years, and then kind of laying out just different exercises and like practicum that I learned to try and just help other people and transmit that information and knowledge out to other people as well. So I'm really excited about putting this. I got endorsements by some of the most incredible people, including Douglas Sharon, who is the #1 anthropologist in northern coastal Quirindismo, which is the style of shamanism that I talk about in the book. So I'm just really honored to have these people and their endorsements, as well as a foreword by Jason Mankey. If you don't know who Jason Mankey is, you need to go out there and you need to look him up. This guy is one of the top Wiccan occult authors out there in the business. He's an excellent guy. I've actually shared drinks with him before, and he's so kind, he's so fun and generous, and his work is astounding. He is so knowledgeable in these worlds of the supernatural and the occult through experience as well as academically, and just a very kind and generous person. So thank you, Jason Mankey, for providing a forward for my book. I really appreciate it, and I'm really excited to be putting this book out here. I'm really proud of this work. I'm really proud of this effort. I worked very hard this past year getting all these works out, so I'm excited to be sharing it with all of you. Unfortunately, the book won't be out in time for Planet Comic-Con, but that's okay. There's going to be numerous other opportunities to meet in person, and I can share with it. I'll probably do here in Kansas City a sort of a book celebration or a book signing whenever the book comes out, probably at Aquarius Bookstore, which is like the #1 metaphysical bookstore in Kansas City. So I'll be looking forward to doing that and having a party with everyone, because that's what I want to do this year. It's time to celebrate. I've worked really hard. I've been really at the grind the past 6 months, and I'm really ready to go out there and celebrate with y'all and have some fun with these new works coming out. There's more coming. I've created my list for 2022. I've got my milestones and my goals set out. I've also got some other stuff coming up, including a few pinups for some other creators that I'm going to be providing in the near future, as well as a contribution in the Batman Year Wah project, which is kind of a bootleg interpretation of the Batman Year One story by Frank Miller and Dave Mazzucchelli. So I've got a contribution in that I'm really excited about putting out as well. So much going on. You would think that I'm dizzy, but ladies and gentlemen, I'm just getting started. So thanks for sticking with me. You all stay safe out there, stay healthy, and as you all know, keep it psycho.